Although less and less common in our society, this salutation witnesses, at least for a part, if not for a majority of values that the Thai society is proud of. In cultural field of lower and higher education, as science and humanity, that of social justice as human rights, people's emancipation and dignity, or that of philanthropy as care for poor, needy, sick, abandoned, and finally in many aspects of medical system. Sometimes, often, we hear today in mass media, television or social media, on internet, taken for granted values as those reminded above in those acquisition the Church embodied in its various spiritual and cultural tradition, Christian, Orthodox, Roman Catholic, Anglican, and Protestant, had an important role to play in the previous times. One of these events which featured at least part of our present Christian identity was the Constantine the Great and his mother Empress Helen epoch. The year 2013 offers us then a special opportunity to deepen our historical knowledge of this period and implicitly that way in which Christian faith had an enduring impact on person, thinking, society, and institution. Here are 1,700 years since Emperor Constantine, through the proclamation of the Edict of Milan 313, opened the way for an important segment of Roman Empire, I mean the Christian communities, legally to acquire equal rights with other larger religious belief-based communities, meaning the possibility to gather together to worship in full freedom, and from a social standpoint to manifest their most intimate creed. This event and those which follow after have produced a profound transformation in the Greco-Roman society mores, legislation, institution, whose elements may be retraceable even today. This year, Romanian Orthodox Archdiocese in the Americas and Trinity Anglican College co-sponsor a joint symposium in the field of Orthodox theology. The title of the Symposium Toronto 2013 will be, or is, Saint Emperor Constantine and HELEN, Their Legacy. Christian faith in the new context of freedom. Church's transformative dynamic between social responsibility and Christian commitment. Besides the distinguished guest speakers invited, we have already present here during the symposium the opportunity to have amongst us religious leaders from various jurisdictions. His Eminence Nicolae, who will be soon here. His Eminence Metropolitan Yuri, we have him here. His Grace Bishop Christophorus, thank you, Bishop. His Grace Bishop Georgi is here. His Grace Bishop Giulea, I think he will be here later. And His Grace Bishop N. Thank you. On behalf of Trinity College, we have here Dean David Neelands, thank you, and Professor Richard Schneider, the person in charge of Eastern Orthodox study here in Trinity College. Certainly the last but not the least, you participants who came this morning longing for new and fresh insights into Christian faith and tradition are very welcome. The symposium will allow you to partake the traditional values which constituted the inspiring common Christian tradition and to unveil, as I said, new and fresh insights which might be useful for our contemporary modernity. The full details related to the organization of this symposium are in the documents you received. If you didn't, you should go to the entrance to have the documents. Many thanks to all those who helped us make known this event. The debate, I will say the detail after. I invite Dean Neelands to say a few words on behalf of Trinity College, and let's receive him by some applause.
Your Grace, it's a delight to speak briefly, to welcome everyone to Trinity College. Trinity College is a very old institution. It's the oldest faculty of theology in English-speaking Canada. We're just about to celebrate our 170th birthday, which is it's only 10% of 1,700 years, so only a tithe of the time that has been between us and Constantine. We are an Anglican college. We're part of the Anglican Church of Canada, and I'm a priest of the Diocese of Toronto, the Anglican Diocese. It has been wonderful to foster our relationship with the Orthodox world. This is an old one. In fact, we have many, many relationships over generations with individuals and movements within the Church. When I was a student in England, my tutor was a Greek Orthodox. He was really English, but he was part of the Greek jurisdiction. His name was Timothy Ware, but he became Callistos, an Archimandrite, actually, when I was a student, now a bishop. A metropolitan, yes, I beg your pardon. Don't tell him I didn't get that right. But these beautiful relationships that I've had of learning and of understanding the riches of our Christian world, riches which are really not known until we know the Orthodox world. A few years ago, we invited Richard to be part of our alumni program for the spring, and Richard never went home. Richard stayed on and helped us develop. In fact, help is not quite the right word. I think developed this wonderful program in Orthodox and Eastern Christian studies. Our first graduate, in fact, with any luck, will be graduating who is present in this room, will be graduating with a Master of Theological Studies in 1 month from tomorrow. And that's something of which we're very proud. But there are many more students here studying Orthodox life, or the Orthodox Christian world, and we would invite many others. The program is described in this brochure, and there are takeaway descriptions of the whole program and of the courses we're offering in the next 12 months. And it would be a delight if you would take the material away and come back and study. We would really welcome them. It's a pleasure also to have with us the senior representatives of so many of the Eastern jurisdictions in which we live. Anglicans are quite comfortable saying, "I believe I live in your jurisdiction," and it's really rather wonderful. So I won't speak longer, except to say that we are honored by your presence, and we hope you will return. While I'm on my feet, I want to make a bit of plug-in for the wonderful icon display which is over on that wall, and the wonderful book tables which are in the corridor. The books are for sale. They come from Crux Bookstore, our theological bookstore in the Toronto School of Theology.
Thank you, Neelands. Just a few words about the proceedings. As you see in the program, just apologizing, His Grace Bishop Alexander couldn't make it. He has too much work. He sent me an email last Saturday, then I sent in the last email Tuesday. Those who follow the advertisement of this symposium, you saw that instead of Bishop Alexander will be Professor Barringer, the first speaker. The proceedings are like this. We have 3 blocks, 3 speakers. Each speaker has 25 minutes to speak. At the end of each blocks, we have 15 minutes question and 2 shorter break. It's a tea, a coffee break, a lunch, 1 hour in the middle. And we hope to be on time on 3:30 to have the Vespers in the chapel. Now I would like to introduce Professor Barringer. This year also, as I said, the symposium is dedicated to Saint Constantine and Helen. But this year also, specifically for our Romanian Church, we have the anniversary of 110 years since the death, and 20 years from his birth, and 20 years from his the death of brilliant theologian, Romanian theologian Dumitru Staniloae. And the first topic will be dedicated to him. Professor Barringer, he knew him very well, if I understood well. He translated his works, and I'd like to invite him give some impression. As you say, his title is on the topics, on the page of topics. You will see Professor Barringer. Thank you.